every day my country says, we're the best country ever. You want to live here. And then they show up and we're going, ooh boy, there are too many of them. And it wasn't even a problem until 7 months ago. I have a list of things I worry about. And 7 months ago, it wasn't on the list. And then I woke up one morning, and on the TV, it was crazy. Literally, it was, holy God, there are Mexicans everywhere! Run, scurry, flee, hide! They want to take the food right out of your mouth and chew it in front of you. They want to drink tequila and piss all over you. Don't touch the guacamole! For God's sake, don't touch the guacamole! Congress responded and said that what we should do in order to prevent this is they voted to build a wall across the border of Mexico, 700 miles long. Apparently, no one had a map. And none of the people seem to realize that it's actually a 2,000-mile border, which means Congress voted to build a 1,300-mile door. Here's the kicker. They voted to build the wall. They did not vote for the funding to build it. That's the punchline. Do I really have to explain it to you? They voted to build an imaginary wall. That's insane. But I know that what most of you have been thinking about while I've been up here is, how did the hippo eat the dwarf? A circus dwarf. A dwarf died when he bounced sideways from a trampoline and was swallowed by a yawning hippopotamus, which was waiting to appear in the next act. He's gone! Sadly, the 1,000+ spectators continued to applaud wildly until they realized there had been a tragic mistake. Good night, Montreal. I adore you.
And now, Frank Skinner. After years of English TV, he's rediscovering the joys of stand-up comedy and Montreal.
The great thing about Montreal is it's kind of like a bit like being in America and being in France, depending. Yep. It's kind of like Transformers. So you can go from one place to the other, and I really like that. But I'd like to come back and not stay downtown. Maybe stay somewhere with less prostitutes. Yeah, and the sort of homeless guy slalom that you have to do everywhere. And I've noticed that the homeless guys here, it just struck me this morning as I walked up it. They sit and they hold out a baseball cap for change, but they also wear a baseball cap. It's something wrong about having two. And how did they make that decision? When the homeless guy looks at the two caps, does he say, now, which of these do I think is my wearing cap? Maybe I alternate. Maybe. Because I imagine the change can have quite a bit of wear and tear. I know in lap dancing clubs, if you put change in their panties instead of paper notes, it can actually tear the nylon. And they sag and look less sexy. And when they start swinging around the pole, I mean, if they hit someone with that... It becomes like a groin-based slingshot. Exactly, yeah. That sounds like a cocktail, doesn't it? It does. Could I have a groin-based slingshot, thanks? Yeah. No, my headmaster, when he expelled me... Right. He said to me, I think you could become a tramp. Which... and he was quite serious. And certainly when I was drinking a lot, I used to... see people on the street in a pool of their own urine drinking Carlsberg Special Brew and think, I can see the appeal in that. Right. Yeah. The freedom. Really, I'm serious. It's still part of me. I see that as something that I've got to fall back on if things go badly.
You're a sensitive soul.
I'm not completely joking about the tramp thing. I can see the appeal of it, really. No, not... You know when you go camping and you don't wash for like 4 days?
I'm a girl. I'd probably jump in the water at some point.
No, I just think this is a bit of a treat. I won't wash for 4 days. And
That's the difference between men and women right there. I think.
well, I'm absolutely OK with it, though. And I go back and you're dirty all over. It's like a carpet. If you clean one part of the carpet, you notice the rest.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I never get oral sex when I'm camping, because it makes the rest of me look dirty.
What can you say after that? Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Skinner!
Thank you, bonsoir. That's got my French out the way. So how do you feel about Paris Hilton in Canada? Is she popular? Good. So, yeah, all we really know about her in the UK is that she was in prison recently, and there was a fabulous quote. She said she discovered the Bible while she was in prison, right? She's 26 years old. She's just discovered the Bible. And what's more, her father owns a hotel chain. She could have looked in a drawer. We kind of like rich people in the UK. Elton John, you know, he's like a billionaire. And we love Elton John. Elton John blew 2 million in 7 months. He didn't know the names of some of them.